So hello students once again, and today in this class, in this video, we are going to write a debate. Basically a debate is meant to be spoken, but we have got this in our syllabus of class 11th and is carrying 5 marks, and the word limit is 120 to 150. So this year debate is quite important for you, and this is not only important for your examination, it's also quite relevant for your daily and your class activities. And you may be asked, you may be prompted to speak or to present a debate on the morning assembly in somewhere else, in the conference, in some competition, in Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. So you have to learn this art of debate writing. Until unless you write the script of a good debate, you can't speak it. So today we are going to just talk about those basic points which will help you to write a wonderful debate. So first of all, we have to know how we are going to do this debate writing. So a debate is formal contest of argumentation. Remember this word, argumentation. It's not a simple speech. So in which two opposing teams or two individuals defend and attack a given proposition. It's a persuasive manner of speaking. You are persuading someone. You are convincing someone to agree with you, and with the aim of converting the view of the another person. So adherence or to your own point of view. And if I can just remember, there was a drama, there was a play in class 9th or 10th named as Julius Caesar. So you must have read it, and the story is quite, it's quite twisty. And what happens generally towards the end of the drama, you might have seen the way in which Mark Antony just changes the view and the opinions of mass of public, and how, in spite of just being grasped in the hold of conspirators, he tries to move away the attention, the favor of all these mass only by speech, and that was a speech in an argumentative manner. So if you want to know some more things about a debate, and you have to go on to YouTube, and there are many videos that you can go through, and how a speech or a wonderful debate is to be presented. So this is something else apart from it. So I'm just coming back to the topic, and it's a persuasive manner of speaking with the aim of converting the view of another person or an audience or to your own point of view, and you're not simply speaking a speech, you're not simply presenting a speech. So starting from the format, this can includes formal dress, because you are speaking a debate. So many people are listening to you. There's an audience. So you have to give a formal address, introduction against or for the motion. You have to introduce whether you are going to speak for the motion or against the motion, arguments against or for the motion. Once you start speaking against or for the motion, so you have to keep yourself on the same track. You can't change it. You can't change, and you cannot speak like a speech that sometimes you have taken the advantages, some the positive aspects of a thing, and then you are going to talk about the negative aspects or the disadvantages of a particular thing. So conclusion and formal thanks, and at the last, don't forget to say formal thanks, because this is the audience who has paid, who has given you a very patient listening. So marks will be awarded for, there is a division of marks also, and this is carrying 5 marks. So the format, content, expression. So take care of all these things. And after just starting with the formal address and the introduction, so how you are going to write the content of this debate is should have a good introduction. A good introduction is the basic of a debate. You can't just start the topic just like that. You have to come to your topic, by and by. You can't just directly introduce something that is going to speak. So I'm just going to speak against or for the motion, like that. So just like that, it has have an introduction to set the tone for debating. You have to start, you have to create some rhythm for your debate. So introduction needs to be peppy, so that it grabs the audience attention and garners interest in the topic. It means you have to take care of how much your audience is spellbound towards you. So research your material. So before presenting your facts into a debate, you have to work on it. Whatever you are speaking, you have to take care of it. You have to talk about it, because audience is going to just analyze what you are going to speak. So don't give any chance so that they remain unconvinced by a debate. Support with examples. You can cite many examples. Add some humor, and if it is better, because humor is always good for your conversation, for your personality. So don't just keep it quite straight and only in the formal mode. If you add something humor to your debate, good one. And common phrases to be used in a debate. Actually, what happens, you fall short of expressions when you are just going to present your debate. So here are some expressions that you can just prepare before you are going to present a debate. For example, first of all, the formal debate phrases are defining the motion, how you are going to speak about this, giving the introduction about your debate. That now we, as today's proposition and opposition, strongly believe that this is true, not true. If you are not agreeing with someone, so don't be derogatory, be quite straight that I don't agree, I don't think so, or no, I don't think that my dear friend has said this and this thing. So this is true, not true. But before we come to our actual argumentation, let us first define some important terms in this debate. We believe that what is meant by when we say should, we mean that. Rebutting arguments, there's a rebuttal round is also there in your debate. So rebuttal means when you are just directly going against against the points which your opponents have put forth. And repeating means that you are having point by point explanation, that you are going to justify your points, whether you are in the favor or against. So once you are in the favor, you are going to speak against those points which have been spoken by someone who has spoken for the motion or against the motion. So if you are speaking against the motion, go against the points taken up by the person or by the opponent who have spoken for the motion. So, but before I come to my arguments, let us first have a look at what has said. I will continue our case in a minute, but before that, there are some things about. You are going to talk about your own things, but before that, I would like to take all these things into my mind, into the considerations. So the first proposition, speaker has told us, on the contrary, the reality is not that, on the contrary. He has also said that, but in fact, and he was claiming that, but as my speaker, as my first speaker already told you, as my first, then you want to modify it. Introducing arguments, let me come to my first, second, next. My first argument is, my first reason is like that, giving examples. There are many examples for this. In fact, you can't find many examples for this in real life. Just think of a scenario, just think of. So, and there are similar cases, such as, again, you can add some examples. Summarizing, linking the argument, summarizing, ending your speech, making, rejecting, accepting, answering points of information. Point of information, sir, madam, on the point, like that. Okay. So there are some phrases also, they will help you a lot in writing a wonderful debate. So when you are listening to the other side, I see your point, but I think. I see your point. I have just thought of what you have said, but I think so. Yes, I understand, but my opinion is that. It means you are just differing. That's all. Very interesting. But the problem is that, again, you are going to modify it. I'm afraid I can't quite agree with your point. I think I have got your point. Now let me respond to it. We can see what you are saying. Here's my reply. And when you need to say something now, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. But you have misunderstood our point. It means someone is speaking against any of the points that you have, shared. And then you want to justify again your points. So this is the manner that you can just come forward. Excuse me, but that's not quite correct. Sorry, I just have to disagree with your point. So let me just respond to that. Forgive me for interrupting, but I must respond to that. Hold on a moment. Hold on. When you want to quieten someone, just hold on. Thehar jao. Hold on for a moment. That's not correct. If you would allow me to add a comment here, if you don't mind, I would like to take issue with you, just as said. So when you haven't replied yet, The other side will have to explain why. When you give your rebuttal, the first point I would like to raise is this: when you're going for your rebuttal round, the first point, it means you're giving all those points. Our position is the following. Here is the main point I want to raise. I'd like to deal with the points here. So in this manner you can prepare all these points, and they are going to help you a lot, because what you are speaking is important, but equally how you are speaking, that's also important. Actually what happens, you are directly introducing your points and they don't make that good impression in front of the audience. So that you have to take care of. And there might be some topics for debate, like homeschooling is better than traditional schooling, and we remember that many students of high school prepared for this topic, and they went on participating in the cluster level competition. Ratika and all these girls and boys were there. Obesity should be labeled as a disease, and social media has improved human communication. So all these points can be taken for rehearsing debate. Thank you.